This is an October favourites video. I hadn't planned on filming it, and then I thought I haven't done a favourites video for ages, so I just grabbed some stuff that I've been using a lot this last month, and usually I have a list on my phone that I add favourites to when I think of them, but I haven't been doing that because I've been super busy. So these I just grabbed, and they're things that I've been using a lot lately. One of them I haven't got. It's my you wouldn't think it to look at it. It's my big Babyliss big hair styler, which I love because I'm lazy, and essentially I'm too lazy to even blow dry my hair nicely with a round hairbrush. So now I just go like this and dry my hair and then use the big styler, then go to bed with it 50% wet, which is why I look like this. But I love it. If you haven't tried it and you have fine, annoying, frizzy hair, then give that a go. Okay, so I'm just not in any order, but these two are on the top. This is the Daniel Sandler Golden Glow watercolour blush, and this is the Daniel Sandler Radiant Glow Illuminating Face Palette. Now, I've got a bit of redness at the moment. I think it's the change of weather, the fact that I'm not using my retinol at the moment, and a few other things have contributed, and so I've been having trouble with blusher because I'm quite red. And I found that Golden Glow, a tiny bit of Golden Glow followed by this on the top, has been working for me. I love Daniel's products. I can't recommend them highly enough. I mean, insert massive amounts of Daniel Sandler product love here, because it's just, they just deliver every time. So this is like a glowy highlighty palette for grown-ups, and this is a blusher for everybody, because my mum wears it, most of my clients end up buying it. Just really gorgeous products and reasonably priced and cruelty free, so what's not to like? Then this eye base from Lola, not the Lola Cosmetics that's in the US. This is only available in the UK and Spain, sadly. There is a Lola in the US that does an eye base that people don't like, and I don't want it to be confused with this because I really like this. Someone asked me if this was a sort of paint pot dupe, and I guess it is in terms of consistency and use, but I don't know that I mean, I have worn this on its own, but I don't particularly like the colour on its own. It's quite yellow, which is very good for evening skin tone. But whereas I'd wear a MAC paint pot on its own, I wouldn't necessarily wear this on its own. I put this on its own, and then I put a bit of Hourglass diffused light powder or dimmed light powder over the top. I'm going to show you how I do that in another video. But this is just really good, and it's £12 from M&S, and you get a huge pot. I mean, I've been using this since March. I mean, I've barely, there's a big dip in the middle, but I mean, a little goes a long way. Then this is the Medicate C Tetra Vitamin C Antioxidant Serum, professional strength. One of the saddest things that's ever happened to me was I knocked this over without the lid on when I was in France, and then I literally was wiping it from the table onto my face. I have been using retinol, and when you use retinol, your skin can become more sensitive to sun. So as well as using an SPF, I've been using my vitamin C, and all the fact that it's an oil also gives you some moisture, which the retinol might take out. So I've been using the retinol at night and this in the morning before my moisturiser. Now I've stopped using retinol. I've still been using this, but not as much because it's running out, and I love it, and I think it's about 30 quid. But you get a little dropper in it, and a little goes a long way, so it's a good investment. Brow arch. Regular watchers or readers of my blog will know that although I'm a makeup artist, I'm one of the few makeup artists that is incredibly lazy about their own brows. I think partly because they ain't bad on their own. But this is my go-to brow product. This is the Hourglass Arch Brow, and it has the pencil at one end, an angled pencil, which is kind of a waxy crayon, which is really nice, and a nice big fat spoolie at the other end. So for a lazy person, this is super quick because it just kind of fills in the holes and grooms them a bit. If I'm going out, I will then put Maybelline Brow Drama over the top, which should be on my favourites, has already been on my favourites. It is just the best high street brow product ever, I'd say. Next is this Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara, which weirdly I have not got on today, but I've been using this for ages. This is a sample size. It's got a beautifully curved brush, which makes, again, people who can't be asked to do their eyelash curlers in the morning, me, it adds a nice bit of curl. It's got really good consistency. It's very black. Job done. Not at all waterproof. Don't even, if you're going to go somewhere and cry, don't put that on. Put on the Daniel Sandler one. And then lastly, I got these a couple of months ago. You might have seen I put a little picture of a Loccitane tin on my Instagram. My cousin very kindly gave me a tin of hand goodies for my birthday, including these, which is the lavender hand cream and lavender clean hands gel. And I've been loving these, partly because they just smell so good, and partly because they're small and they work as a team. And I was going back and forth to the hospital a lot with Ned recently. He's fine, but he's having a lot of tests. And you've got those hand sanitizers, but because I was dragging a 4-year-old, I didn't get to use them. So once we got to his room, I was able to just use my clean hands hand sanitizer, and it smelled nice and lavendery and not hospitally. And I also have been doing some look good, feel better classes. So I always just think it's nice, if you're helping the ladies do the makeup, to have clean hands, and yet clean hands that maybe don't smell hospitally, again, because they have probably had enough of the hospital. And so these are just really nice. And then if you've been using a lot of hand sanitizer, actually this doesn't dry your hands out, but it's nice to just have some hand cream to go with it. So these are great because they fit in my handbag, because they're only tiny. So they're great. I love them. So if you use a lot of hand sanitizer and you want to get something better than the usual Boots or Sainsbury's, which are fine, which is what I usually use, this is a really nice version. And I just feel like, yeah, it doesn't smell like hand sanitizer. Obviously you don't want it to smell too lavendery, and that doesn't, once you've put it on and had it on your hands a bit, it's not too lavendery, it's just nice. And obviously lavender is soothing. Win-win. Okay, that's it for my favourites. Super quick and nothing new. I haven't got any exciting new products to show you. As I said, I've just been super busy with house stuff and boys stuff and work stuff, and so there's nothing new. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week, hopefully.